the president's working group has already described the risks we see in connection with one form of crypto assets, which is stable coins. And there we see run risks, which could threaten financial stability, risks associated with the payment system and its integrity, and risks associated with increased concentration if stable coins are issued by firms that already have substantial market power.
Hey, y'all, check this out. You just heard from Janet Yellen talking about the UST breakdown with Terra and just falling off a cliff, right? And you know, that was a highlight from a conversation she had when she was talking to the Senate about, you know, the request for potentially more regulation, more rules, more laws for stablecoins, right? So what she said was the stablecoin known as Terra USD experienced a run and had declined in value. She said that as she's talking to the Senate Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs Committee on Tuesday. She says, I think that simply illustrates that this rapidly growing product, it is a rapidly growing product, and there are risks to financial stability. We need a framework that's appropriate. We need more laws. We need more rules for crypto. Her response was answer to a question by Pratt Toomey, the Republican, top Republican on the Banking Committee. She said it would be highly appropriate to aim for passing legislation this year. So it's coming, guys. It's coming. So Yellen reiterated that the current regulatory framework does not provide consistent, comprehensive standards to the risks of stablecoins as a type of payment product. So a lot of you guys who are in, full-time in crypto like I am, this is big. This is big. But do you really think that this is by accident? Do you think this drop, this crash, we'll call it, I won't call it a dip, I call it a crash, was by mistake? I personally do not. I think this was a strategic move. When you talk about big Wall Street people getting into the crypto space with the potential to profit, that, when that happens, we start to see a shift in what the market would normally do. Now, what we're seeing right now is a crash. This isn't a dip. This is a crash. I believe that it's orchestrated. I believe that it's targeted. I believe that this is being used as an opportunity for companies and big organizations that did not necessarily believe in crypto at first are now using this, manipulating the market to position their companies to get in. That's what I believe. Looking at Terra a little bit, Terra to burn 1.4 billion UST and to stake 240 million Luna to stop the bleeding. As we know, is falling off a cliff, and it doesn't seem like there's an end in sight. I honestly, this isn't a popular opinion. I think this might be a good buying opportunity for it. A lot of people say, "Oh no, don't touch it." I think these are one of those scenarios. Coinbase is another example, right? That is a scenario where a crash like this happens, whether accidentally or like I believe intentionally happens, and you can use this as an opportunity to get a position. I may be taking a position in Terra. I'm just putting that out there. So we here at Clockwise Crypto may be taking a position in Terra. So looking at the fear, extreme fear, of course, extreme fear. It's been extreme fear for a while now. Extreme fear, blood on the streets, 12. It's almost, if it keeps up at this rate, we're going to get wrecked. But going back to this, I mean, it's just, I just think it's any excuse to try to put some grounds on controlling things that you can't control. Trying to control something you can't control. And that's why Bitcoin, that's why crypto as a whole is a threat, because it's very hard to control it. And that's what, the government is trying to do. As you heard with, Yellen speaking about the UST breakdown, it's happening. So we'll see what happens with that. Looking at Bitcoin here real quick. hitting our target here, 28.8. I know a lot of people, didn't believe that it's going to break 30. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It broke support here. It broke a minor support. It broke a major support here. The candle didn't close yet, but if we go to the daily time frame, it didn't close yet. So right now, you could almost call it a double bottom, maybe, but not really because the wicks are over. But we'll see how the daily closes. It's more than likely going to fall off a cliff as what everything is looking like. And, we're ready for it. We've been talking about this, the TA part of this for a while. The charts don't lie, allows us to react and respond to market conditions. And I know this may be a tough time for people. A lot of people trading on leverage. A lot of people, had long positions that, margin called, wiped out. But that's kind of why, we diversify. We, don't risk money you can't afford to lose, but also know when to take profits as well. And it's easy to say that now, right? I know. But that's what we're looking like. And I think it's really an all-out war. I think we are at a war now because right now, I think that, when we talk about big banks, we talk about big companies getting their piece of the pie now. I think that's when you see big swings like this, AKA market manipulation. It's a real thing. Market makers do exist, whether or not you want to believe it or not. So it just seems very manipulated, and we'll see where we go. Right now, we're falling off a cliff. This weekly candle is more than likely going to close red. We'll see what the next weekly candle looks like. The same thing with the daily. We'll see what the next daily candle looks like. Are we going to break clear below this level? Because we know what the next support is, in my opinion. Here, we actually did break that level, but if we can move it down a little bit, at the tip of the wick, I like to see a break and close out of there, but it's looking like a break anyway. Either way we try to look at it, it looks like a break. So next support I got is 20. I'm calling it. That's my next support, 20,000. I don't see anything else. I don't know how you get anything else. It could be minors, but we're looking at major levels. 19.7, 20 is kind of what I'm looking at. And we'll see what happens. Looking at the overall view, I know we did Technical Tuesday yesterday, but I just really wanted to cover this real quick for you guys. 17 based on just basic TA. 17.8 would be next level support. We're currently at support right now based on the fibs, but it looks like it's broken. So I would say 17.8 is a potential level of support for me. I'm calling it. And that's kind of my level of support here. Anything between 20 and 17.8. That's where I'm looking at. But just remember, this is an opportunity to take long positions. Most of the time we look at the market cycles here within Bitcoin. We're pretty much where we should be when it comes to the market cycle. We're exactly where we should be. So, make wise decisions, dollar cost average, have that 3 to 5 year mindset when you're getting into crypto. 3 to 5 years. Do a bid with it, like we call it. Do a bid to 3 to 5, and just realize that this could be a war when it comes to not just regulations but also price manipulation. And I just don't think this is a mistake. I don't think the timing is by coincidence. I think everything that's happening right now is strategic. So remember that. But between that and the market cycles, between the market manipulation and the actual market cycle, I just think that everything that's happening right now has been orchestrated in some regard. And that's just my opinion. That's just our opinion here. I don't know, but hope you got some value out of the video. Keep moving forward in everything you do in your quest to financial freedom with crypto assets. It is not over. Long term, dollar cost averaging. We'll go over how to make money in bear markets, and we'll see you soon.